Yes! The faction crypts are finally open and I can record this video. I've been waiting so long to share this with you guys. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here on the test server. Thank you to Polarium for allowing us on the test server. You've made it so easy to share new content, and I'm really pumped about that. It's been a little challenging with managing the number of keys, trying to do multiple videos, and also occasionally the faction crypts have not been all unlocked, and you know, you can't work 24 hours a day. I get it. So either way, it's open today, and I'm super pumped to share this team. I don't even know if this is 100% optimal, but I'm going to give you at least one option to speed clear this faction, as well as some other information that's pretty important for you to share with your clanmates and friends and whatnot about the faction crypt, okay? So let's jump right in. Alright, so last time I showed you guys this really easy team, and I think this is the best version of the easiest, most solid team to beating this faction, okay? We're going to be getting this faction pretty soon in Raid. It should be dropping this week. Let me double check on that. Yes, we finally have a notification in-game 4 days from now, so that should be on Thursday, I think. So this team should work on all the way through the dungeon. I tested it on multiple other levels. I don't think you should have any problems. And if you're going to build this speed clear team that I'm going to show you today, then you really don't need to worry about it because you'll have more than enough damage. The way that you're going to get stuck on this boss is if, number one, you're lacking a little bit of survivability. If so, add some HP and defense to your champions, or add another support champion. And number two, the less damage you have, the more time this boss has to take turns, the easier it's going to be. For you to lose anyway, okay? So let me pull up the team that I want to showcase today, but if you haven't seen the video on this easier team, I highly suggest you go watch that, and I'll try to link that at the end of the video. Alright, so let's talk about the faction real quick and what you can do for damage dealers, okay? I don't think any of the rares are going to be good damage dealers for you. They are better suited as support champions, and Pathfinder Kate, I don't know, I just don't believe in her. I wouldn't level one up. So you're going to need to rely on the epics as damage dealers, because even the legendaries, I don't think that there's anyone with good enough multipliers. So for your DPS, you're going to want to rely on Ruella, number one, and Mist Rider Dythe, number two, because he has the decreased defense AoE, and he's taking all these extra turns, he's buffing himself, good multipliers. And then typically you would want a third DPS, and on that one, I like Cryot in the blue here because he also has the control with the freeze. But a good third option would also be Enda or Lockwayne. There's a couple of other good options here. I don't have Lockwayne. Wait. Yeah, I don't have Lockwayne on the test server, but I have him on my main account. So I haven't decided my exact team. I might even put in a fourth DPS instead of Dudan here. But I've been loving Dudan so much, and I know I want to build him, so I'll probably just include him. I love the toxic build that I have on him right now. Let's go ahead and run through some stages here, just so you can see how easy it is with this team. In case anybody dies, we have the revives of Tree Shield Knot, but also, most importantly, he has the sweet Faction Crypts aura, and on at least one champion, we have a way to improve that aura even more, okay? I think I actually accidentally have it on 2 champions, but that's fine. It can always be adjusted, okay? So let's start by running through stage 14 here, just to include stage 14 in some kind of content. I didn't want to finish any keys because I needed to get the keys in the video. So I've done a lot of testing in this faction crypt, but I haven't finished keys because I have the same amount of keys as everybody else, okay? So you're going to see, just like on any normal stage 14, if you have a fully geared, fully maxed team, you're not going to have any problems clearing this wave. However, if you have an earlier game team, you're just going to take it more slowly. You're going to have more support, less damage. You're going to have, you know, a more survive mentality than damage mentality, okay? It's not until you're clearing the faction that you're gonna really be doing this at any kind of speed, okay? Now, you can always manual this. Don't forget, manualing gives you the most success. And on this boss, killing the side minions helps the boss do way less damage. He's gonna skip his turn. I personally like targeting the boss after the first set is killed because you're just going to take chunky chunks. Just like that, no worries, 1 minute, easy clear. And again, include less DPS and more support if you need that in your team. And if you still are having a hard time with people dying, then level more people up, okay? Is it possible to clear this with a bunch of 40s and 50s? Yes. Is that also hard? Yes. So you choose how hard you want it to be. If you want it to be the easiest it can be, level everyone up. That's as simple as it is. But if you're still progressing through the game, you're not going to level everyone up. You're going to have like a level 50 tree knot, and you're going to have a bunch of other 50s. You might even have like Dudan at level 40, right? And maybe your only 6-star is Ruella, Dythe, or Cryoden. One of those three, right? But that's okay, right? Now, I haven't seen any of these middle stages be a problem. I don't think that there's any issues here. There's no, like, really difficult stages. They're just the normal ones, okay? But this stage is also not a difficult one, stage 20. I think we should be easily able to auto this in the same time that we just did. And the most important thing on the healing stage with the 5 healers is damage. You don't need as much DPS, you need more damage. That's the problem with my faction war team right now on the free-to-play for Shadowkin. I can't get past it because I don't have enough damage. Most of my champions are support-based. And so there you can see, as long as you have good DPS, that first wave means nothing. It's not important. And these 3 damage dealers are good enough. Also, Cryoden locking people down with the freeze is really helpful. So I have enjoyed him in the team quite a bit. I would love a cleanser in this faction. That is not something I have. We have Dudan on his A1, which is kind of cleansing, but not really. And then the third wave here, if you're manualing it, you want to freeze them with Cryoden or control them in some way, put a stun set on somebody so they don't get the block damage up, okay? And we did just that, okay? So anytime that you're trying to speed clear these factions, your goal should be a minute or less. Obviously, if you have crazy gear or crazy champions, you can do it sooner than that. Like, I think my Skinwalkers on my main account is like 23 or 27 seconds, okay? But you have to have a crazy account to do that with. And good gear, all right? With this faction, your goal should be around a minute, okay? And I'm pretty sure this same team can also auto 21, so let's see that, and then we'll jump into the builds. I did re-gear some of these champions for damage, and they have some pretty decent gear on because this is the speed clear video. When you're doing this, again, highly recommend killing the Broadmaw first because he will revive. Other than that, it'll probably still work on full auto, so you might not even need to worry about it. Again, Cryoden really holding it down here. Dudan not really doing anything until the boss. I've been really impressed with the 3 damage dealers. The Cryoden has been great for damage and control. The Ruella has just been crazy good all over the place. And Dythy just cycles through his turns so quickly. Again, you can target the Maneater here if you want to ensure a quicker clear. There we go. But again, I think you can just hit full auto and it's going to be fine as well. All right. So once we get to the boss here, we'll see the reliability if it's really 100%. But I think it is. I wouldn't say I've done enough runs to know that it's 100% or not. But when you're trying for time, you're not worried about whether you 3-star it or not. However, I think this team is going to 3-star it and have a good time, and that's why I'm sharing it with you here. Okay, so you can see we're making really good progress. We got unlucky here. No, we didn't. We have the taunt up, so we got perfectly lucky. And you can program the AI so that Dudan has this always available for Wave 3, because he doesn't really need it anywhere along the way. So that is one thing. And if someone happens to die, then we can revive them, and it's just a matter of the right timing for that revive. Is he going to live? No. So we're not going to always 3-star it, and it was 2 minutes. So I feel like that could use a little bit of work, but obviously if we manualed that, that would be a 3-star easily, okay? It was a 3-star with the free-to-play team, and even this team I think is pretty free-to-play friendly because there's no legendaries. I don't even actually like the legendaries in this faction, except the one that I don't have. Elva would be definitely better than not, I think. But I don't have her. So let me know what you think about the legendaries in this faction for Faction Wars specifically, because I like the epics a lot better. Let's take a look at the builds and finish up this video. We're going to have Cryoden, and he's going to be going over 200 speed here. His attack stat is high for him because he is attack based, but his base attack is 1090, so it's pretty low. We have crit damage, we have accuracy, we have speed. Dythy, I put a really healthy amount of speed on, 236, crit stats, really nice attack, enough accuracy. So this is a really good Faction Wars build. You can see I didn't bother putting him in like Savage or anything like that. This is kind of just like extra gear, I want to say. Like, I don't even have the chest ascended. Oh, I don't have oil on the test server. Plarium, we need oil on the test server. Okay, and then up next we have the Ruella build, which I re-geared for her to be pretty crazy. Okay, 255. I need to fix her crit rate so it's 100%. 220 crit damage, 5100 attack. Actually, her accuracy is a little bit low, so I would probably get that 220, 230. But I love the speed. She just cycles through her abilities so quickly. I don't think I changed the Tree Shield build from the free-to-play team. He's still in Guardian and Immortal. He's got pretty decent base stats, really decent speed. I didn't worry about accuracy or resistance, just HP and speed for the most part. I liked it. We don't want him to be targeted by the boss, so we want him to have the highest HP. Then Dudan, I didn't change his build either. He's still in the free-to-play version without the 6-star Ascension. So putting him in better gear than this will obviously be helpful, but his base HP is nice, so it's pretty easy to hit that 60k. And then really the only thing here is just the toxic set doing work, and then his buffs, right? So I think this team could be even better because I didn't like go all in or anything, but this is the type of mentality and the type of champions that you want in order to speed clear it, okay? Last but not least, let's jump into the faction. Let me tell you your DPS options, all right? As far as I can tell, none of the legendaries are going to be your DPS. I guess if you had like a controlling build, Saoirse could do it, but 99% of you are not going to have her, okay? So you're going to be relying on Kellen's the other one, okay? Kellen, I think, has the best multipliers in the faction, so he could be your DPS. Lockwayne is decent. Cryoden, Dythe, Ruella, and Enda can all be your DPS. Cormac's a pile of trash. Never invest in him for any reason. You can put him to level 40 if you don't have anybody else. Don't waste your time on him. Ornn can be your DPS if you have a supporting cast, like literally support champions, and you want to like slow burn them with poisons, and that will work well with the toxic build on Dudan, okay? If you're going to go that route, I highly recommend a stun set on somebody, like your Nia in a stun set as an example, but it's likely that you're going to have somebody for DPS. You should have Kellen, Lockwayne, Cryoden, Dythe, Ruella, or Enda. That's 6 different options for DPS. Let me know if there's somebody I missed that you can also use for DPS and who you're going to use in this faction. I'm excited about hearing about your faction war teams. If you like it, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.